But what we were excited for was this tag team eliminator match between Juice Robinson and Jay White against FTR, which the commentators here, again, the commentary, Robert, for the first time they made me understand what an eliminator match was. Because I was always like, why do they call it an eliminator match? Why don't they call it a non-title match? But they kept pressing it into our heads that if they lose, they're eliminated from getting a tag title match until the title changes hands. And I'm like, okay, I can work with this. I can work. I never knew that. I watch every one of these shows, and I never knew that.
And never knew that.
And they kept banging it into our head. Nigel McGuinness kept saying, this is not fair because they have to win twice. They should have just got a title shot off the bat. So I thought they built that up very well. They explained it well. And this was a pretty much, I don't know, close to a 5-star match. I don't know if I saw anything bad about it. It wasn't the most exciting ending to it, but it was very, very, very exciting. You guys want to give your thoughts on this? I'll start with Robert.
How about we're
talking about FTR against Juice and Jay White in their Eliminator match last week.
Okay. Well, Vlad already knows this because I already told him. I was watching this when I was watching this match, it was a great match in general, but I was also in my head, I was thinking of how bad Jay White's booking has been prior to the start of Collision. They made him look really, really weak. And I've watched his run in New Japan when he was kind of dominating everybody. They made him look really, really strong in New Japan. He looked really good. So when he came over to AEW, his booking was horrible. They made him look like trash, honestly, in my opinion. And I felt bad for anybody who never watched his New Japan run, and this is all they had to see from him. They wouldn't know what he's capable of. So with this match, I kind of had that in mind, all right, they're finally starting to make him look good. Juice Robinson too, also, so I don't want to forget about him. So I enjoyed it in multiple levels. Because first of all, it was a great match, but then I had that in mind, people are finally get to see what Jay White is capable of, and also Juice Robinson.
Very impressive, very impressive. I was very impressed with Jay White here. Liked it a lot. Vlad, give us some quick thoughts about this match.
I mean, it was great. This was just...
Was it a 5-star? You watched it.
Yeah. I mean, to quote Dave Meltzer, it was at least 4 3/4.
Okay.
It was close. It was as close as you get. I mean, I didn't really think about it in those terms. If it's a 5-star match, but I just knew that it was really good. To be honest, until you asked me, I didn't really think about it in those terms. Is it a 5-star match?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Slightly flat ending, I think. Slightly flat ending. I mean, a very exciting run home, but I thought the ending was a little flat. Juice Robinson.
Well, there was a stretch where they were doing some amazing stuff. Last 5 minutes or last maybe 5 to 8 minutes, so good. How hard they were working was incredible. The stamina that it takes to actually wrestle that type of match and do what they were doing, it was incredible. But and you don't really see that on the other show, on the Wednesday show.
Well, if you're going to talk about stamina, they got 2 out of 3 falls coming up next week when they do their actual title match. That's going to be very New Japan,
Robert?
I'm
looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that.
It's going to be a great match.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great match, and not because of anything to do with New Japan. It's just going to be great.
They should
appreciate the work.
That should be a 2-hour match. That should be the entire show.
It might be an hour for all we know.
It's going to be a 3-hour show, isn't it?
They got Battle of the Belts. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, they're going to give them some time. Now that you mention that. All right, real quick,